I had no idea going back to the roles you auditioned for. You auditioned for Joanna Man?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Bro.
Woo. Yeah, man. I'm glad I didn't get that. Between
Yeah.
that, I couldn't have that and the Michael Jackson movie. I would not
Oh.
survive. I would not survive. Yeah, man. Again, yep. I auditioned for that, and Miguel Nunez got it, and Miguel's my boy. But I was like, yo, I know I could ball. Boom, and it just didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't happen because I could not have those two on my resume.
Joanna Man, like in hindsight, is freaking horrible. Like, but in time, it just, oh, man, it just the '90s, 2000s, bro, was just a different time, dog. But yeah, in retrospect, like looking back on it now, I was like, oh my god, this movie is horrible. But back then, it's just like you had white chicks, you had all kinds of stuff going on. But yeah, blessing in disguise, he didn't get that one.
I get one is enough. Shit, one is enough. Whew, I got enough with the Michael Jackson joint. So
Yeah, that's a good thing. You didn't get both of them roles, man. That definitely would have never been a good look. But speaking of the Michael Jackson movie, how did you get a role in that?
How did you get that, bro?
Oh man. Okay, so Man in the Mirror, right?
Yeah.
Look, I get a call. My agent tells me, "Yo, they doing this Michael Jackson movie." I'm like, "What? Why they calling me?" I said, "No, I'm 6'4", right?" Yeah, but they want to see you, man. Apparently, they saw you somewhere. I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll go take a meeting, whatever." So I go, I meet producers, director. I don't read anything. I just go and I talk. But I express my he was alive at the time. My admiration for Mike, my love for Mike, like. I was like, yeah, I ain't doing nothing to, and they was like, no, the director was very earthy. He was like, no, we want this to be an homage to his energy and da-da-da. Boom. I'm like, all right, cool. And they're like, yo, we got the music. I'm thinking like, okay, we got the music. It's
How they pull that off?
Official. So at that time,
I haven't seen that movie since it came out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been searching for that motherfucker for like the past 6 months. I can't find it. I can't find it nowhere. Like, I've been searching high and low. I cannot find that movie nowhere, bro. They hid that. Michael must hid that boy. Shout out to Mike. He hid that boy. He hid that movie. I can't find that nowhere. Outside of like this one movie in Spanish. Like, I think it's on YouTube. It might be on YouTube in Spanish, bro. That's the only way. Shout out to Mike, bro. You're a G.
Imagine hearing that and thinking it's going to be like the movie that's coming out with Jafar playing his uncle. So you thinking at that time, I'm thinking like, that's what it's going to be like. Like, all right, cool. But we meet. Nothing is said. I meet, thank you. I leave. A couple of days later, I get the call. Hey, man, they want you to do it. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, this is what they're gonna pay you, and I'm like, oh, they serious? Oh, okay, they serious. So, and I know I've said that a lot, and I joked about that, but man, that check. But it was more than just that. It was a nice check, but I really thought it was going to be like this joint coming out. I really thought that in my mind. I'm like, boy, we did performances. I did Man in the Mirror performance and other songs. I'm thinking like, yes. Then they came to me, yeah. The lawyer.
Stop. But it's like, bro, Flex Alexander has been in the game a long time by this point. He has never, unless I'm wrong, he's never once did anything close to like a dance film, a singing film. Why would you call Flex Alexander? Like, you didn't call Usher. You didn't call like Lenny Kravitz. You didn't call. I'm trying to think of actors. I'm trying to think of actors. You didn't ask Omarion, like people that can dance, to sing. Usher. You didn't call none of those people. You called Flex Alexander from One on One. Like, I think he was just. I think he still was on One on One. Why you call that boy? Why? Like, that's weird as hell. Like, why? Like I see if he's playing like the dad, maybe Jermaine, but like play Michael, bro. Flex Alexander, dog.
Yeah, we can't use the music, and and then it ended up being, them beats from a producer or whatever who they got up there. No offense to them, but it just lost something. And then we'll talk about the makeup. Yeah, when I first day on in the makeup trailer, because I wanted to get my makeup artist for my show, Merce Arsenault, who we did a Michael Jackson episode on One that was my favorite, by far one of my favorite episodes, with myself and Dwayne Martin battling Duke Michael Jackson's.
I remember that though. I remember that. That was a good episode. Actually, that's one of my favorite episodes too.
So she killed it. I'm like, yo, let's get her. Canadian, at the time, you have to have but so many crew members, Canadian and American, like it's some real political stuff. So key makeup had to be that. So I go and I look, and then they have this airbrush, and they brushing it to test it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, yeah, you can't get it a little smoother, a little darker, a little something. And and they wanted to put a prosthetic nose on me as well. I was like, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. So we go on and we shoot it. Yeah, man, it was, and my acting coach at the time, Fred, man, he came up, he got a role. He was able to play Joe Jackson. And, but it was, and we had a premiere for it and everything back then. We had a premiere for it. Everybody was like, oh man, it was great. Cause this was before social media, before any of that. So, you thinking like, okay, we did something legit.
Like I remember when it dropped, like this is right before the trial it dropped. Like VH1, I remember it like it's yesterday, like the promo for it, the commercials for it, and it was VH1. Like this is right when they started to do like biopics, like right when they started doing it. They were, and because we didn't hear from Michael. I think this is right after living with Michael Jackson. I think this is like a year after that. And so anything with Michael Jackson on it is like, we're watching. Man.
Yeah, not so much. As soon as social media became popular, people started finding that movie. It was on. I mean, it was on. And I remember initially I was in my feelings. Like, yo, man, man, I'm boom. And I was like, listen, you cannot win with the internet. You cannot. Don't argue, period.
Ever.
Then I just started thinking about it, and I looked, and I was like, it is kind of bad. I do look ashy. Yeah, I look very ashy. So I just started having fun with it. If you can't have fun with it, man, with yourself, like, then what are you doing? I did something on my Instagram, a skit with my boy, Wealthy Jev. And
I saw that.
He got in the car. We were supposed to meet to go play golf. He gets in the car dressed like I was in the movie. And it was hilarious. And he initially called me for it because he called me, saying, man, I got this idea. It was Halloween. I could show up at your door. But we missed Halloween. And we just kept thinking. I was like, well, maybe you're going to play golf. And then we just boom, 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 put it together. And it was so funny. And it's not at all to mock Michael at all, because we know the family. My wife, she met Michael, knew Michael. I met Michael. Latoya, Jackie used to be our neighbor.
Really?
So and we just went to see them before Tito passed. We just went to see them at Yamava. It was an amazing show. So in no way, shape, or form was it mocking. I just had to have fun with it for myself. And people loved it. It was funny. But people, they be like, man, we ain't never gonna forget that.
Nah.
Like, we ain't never forgiving you. And I'm like, come on, man, all the good stuff I've done, come on now.
So that was airbrush.
It's scary how much you remind me of my uncle. Like, he looks and sounds just like my uncle, bro. Like, shout out to my Uncle Clifford, bro. Like, yo, you feel like he wears the same, like, bruh. Like, they could, like, might be related. So, no, that's just,
That white stuff on.
but, like, that's what Hollywood does, though. Like, they'll they'll send someone on a dummy mission, and they put all the blame on him. Because he's the face of it, right? He's the person that played the character. You can't put it on VH1. You can't put it on the director. You can't put it on the writer. You can't put it on the makeup. It all's going to fall on him. So I'm not even mad at him. I just think he got caught up in a bad situation. I mean, who wouldn't want to play Michael Jackson, bro? Like, any of us would have took that role. And he found out, oh, this is janky. Like, they set me up. Damn. And now he probably, I'm guessing, probably signed a contract, can't get out of it. What are you going to do? But again, it's like, you didn't think, why they calling me to play Michael Jackson? Why? You ain't saw me sing a note. You ain't seen me do a moonwalk, nothing. A kick. Chris Tucker would have made more sense. If Chris Tucker would have did the movie, you're like, okay, then that makes sense. But like Flex Alexander, bro, like you should have known they were trying to set him up for the oo-wop, for the okie doke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was airbrushing it on me. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I would get there 4:30, 5 in the morning. I have to go through that process when it changed, because he had the vitiligo, as his skin got lighter, because I did the part of it, not with the makeup, but then and it was so bad, the wig was sticking out when the back, it was so bad. Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
It was so bad. I can't even watch. I watched a little bit on YouTube. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's pretty bad.
But when they was airbrushing that on you, I'm sure at some point you had to see yourself in the mirror, right? At that point, you didn't say, man, I got to get out of this?
I did. I said it in the beginning, but it was nothing I could do. That's why I wanted my makeup artist. I wanted Merce up there, but they wasn't going for it. It was nothing I was trying to give hints, say different stuff. Hey, try this, try that. And they were bent on, doing it how they did it. It was nothing I could do. At that point, ink was dry, baby. I was there.
But I did hear you say that, them having the rights to the music is one of the reasons why you agreed to do the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had done performances. I did Man in the Mirror. I did a couple other performances to real songs. So I'm like, oh, yes, we got the music. Because that way I thought, okay, that's going to help. But yeah, when they came to my trailer and told me that, yeah, it's going left. Yeah, I was like, oh, damn. Yeah.
That's your way out the contract, though. They lied.
No.
That's how that worked.
I couldn't at that point. We already halfway through the film. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because you got to think the vitiligo, like, I don't remember the storyline, but I remember like he was at one point this complexion, maybe a little lighter, and then like halfway through the movie, he just completely goes ashy. And it's like at that point, it's like, because if he quits, now the makeup artist, now the other actors on the film, everybody else, he's messing up their check. So now you put him in a rock and a hard place. But it's just like, bro, they really set him up. Like, bro, we need to find out who were the producers and the people that financed that film. I don't even know how you was able to get that off. But Michael's still living, and you using his likeness. How could you do that movie without it getting shut down? Like, how did that happen?
I could, because there was no clause that I put in there to say it has to be the original. No, it's up to their discretion and what they can do legally. And legally, the attorneys were like, you can't use that music. So, because he was still alive at that time. So there was nothing we could do. And then he had made comments about it. He was upset, but he never said anything, about me or my performance. It was the allegations and the stuff that was going on at the time that he was upset. It's like, why do we have to keep talking about this. And what the producers did, they just went from court documents and kind of wrote around that. So they never tried to paint him out, awful or nothing. The last scene is me standing on top of the SUV when he's acquitted.
I remember that.
So that wasn't their intention. So it just, listen, they took a shot at it, and it was a brick.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So he was mad at the movie.
Yeah, he was definitely not happy.
I would have been pissed,
but more so because of just they kept bringing up the that stuff, but not nothing that I did. I'm just an actor, and he's trying to do my job. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because, you're a tall guy. You're a basketball player. So, them picking you to play Michael. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Michael being a short guy,
Yeah, but I shrank for the role. But I really dove in. I tried to really, shrink and just be, tap into his energy, his spirit, and just be that. So I really tried to. I didn't think about my height after a while. I just was, so yeah, I did. I like William Hung said from American Idol. I did my best.
Bro, he brought out William. Yo, I ain't heard that name in a minute. Wasn't that the she bang, and then she move. I think that's his person. Bro, you had to, man, yo.
She bang.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, they really set that boy up, boy. And the thing is, to shoot Flex some bail, from my memory, he actually really tried to play Michael soft and caring, like from my memory. Again, this was 20 years ago. Like, he really did play Michael, like, with respect and everything. Like, it wasn't even trying to be, like a parody. And that's what it came off as, because you didn't have the music. Again, why would you choose Flex Alexander to play Michael? So it comes off, and then the makeup job, it comes off as you're trying to make fun because it feels like a parody. But the funny part is, again, this is all from memory. They painted Michael to be innocent. Like, they painted him out to be innocent. And so they never played it as if he really was these things that the accusers try to make him out to be. So it really was a movie to kind of show Michael's innocence, but it was just executed very wrong. And that's what happens when you have people that are probably doing it for the money, doing it for the clout, doing it for the fame, and not really thinking, yeah, I understand you want to show love to Mike and want to do this for Mike, but like, did you ask Mike? You didn't think that maybe the one person that this film was surrounding, maybe you asked him how he feels? Maybe you should see if he wants to be portrayed or not, and wants to talk about the subject? Did you think about that? It's kind of weird. That's like doing a Ray Charles movie without talking to Ray Charles at all. Like, why would you do that? Like, what's the purpose of that? You don't want to actually talk to Mike to see how he feels, what happened, But you're saying you're doing it for Mike. That's just, again, that's highly weird. That's highly weird. Playing them weird games, bro. Setting Flex up, bro. Like, yo, that movie is atrocious, bro. Dog, I could not find that movie anywhere, bro. That movie is VH1, man, be on some F-boy shit, bro. VH1, dog, did the same thing. Not the same thing, because TLC was actually involved, but they got some joints. VH1 got some joints. It's like, so, yo, it's sick, bro. It's sick. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, man. If someone can somehow find that movie, because excuse me, if someone can somehow find that movie, bro, I gotta see how horrible it is, dog. Like, it's so horrible, bro. Oh, God. But, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Ain't gotta go home, do gotta get a step in. Peace. Yo, he really thought he was about to do a Man in the Mirror tribute. Like, what the fuck?
Did you tell me this was over?